I was in my front yard and came out to look at the lawn to see whether or not I needed to mow it, and there was this big buck standing right there between our neighbors.
A one-antler buck happily chewing away at his grass. Chris Techmere says he was shocked to see a deer so far within the city limits and immediately called police.
When the officer showed up, we were trying to get a lasso on him, or trying to shoot him at that time. And he went over into my yard and then over into my neighbor's yard, and he saw a big picture glass window. And of course, as deers do, they think it's an opening, and he hit that thing full blast.
Thankfully, he wasn't hurt and the window didn't break, but then he bolted, heading straight for 82nd Street during rush hour.
I was very, very worried that it was going to cause a major operation, especially at 9 o'clock in the morning. 82nd's a 4-lane highway.
And luckily, it wasn't hit by a car. I'm glad those citizens were able to see my truck and stop in time for it to get by. After that, it ended up near 80th and Genoa.
And that's where Animal Control finally cornered the buck and tranquilized him. After that, they loaded him up, gave him some water, and let him sleep off his very long day.
Honestly, this is the, like I said, third, fourth time in my 3 years with Animal Services that this happens, and I think they just get curious, and then after a little bit they kind of get spooked and I guess freaked out on where they're at.
And in just a few hours, he was off eating grass again, but this time in a much safer location.
Once they wake up, they'll kind of hobble off for a little bit, and then they're gone, back to themselves.
Emily Harrison, KLBK News.